Good morning. It's Friday, the 24th of July, 2026, and there is so much out there that is changing people's mindset. None more so than the United States' relationship with Israel. The United States of Israel. People are getting into panic mode. But this is all part of the dismantling of the old system. The United States corporation is being dismantled from the inside. So if Israel and the United States become visibly best buddies, they've been best buddies for a long time. The corporation is controlled by Israel. But you go, hang on, Israel is just a small country. How's it become so powerful? Well, Israel is the City of London's bitch. They're controlled by the City of London. So this is all part of the dismantling of the old system. And you've all heard about the reset. Well, the reset's not just about money. The reset is about resetting the entire planet. It's not just a part of it, it's everything. Resetting the government to governance. Most of the government in the reset will disappear because it's corrupt. The City of London is corrupt. Israel is corrupt. The US corporation is corrupt. The reset will change everything, not just the money. Everybody's focused on the money. When's it going to change? Wait until it really does change, because when it really does change, the world will be completely reset. The United States corporation, Israel, the old system, the City of London, will no longer exist. And Donald Trump will be seen as making America great again. And there'll be many other countries. England will become great again. Spain will become great again. Many countries will become great again. And when I say America will become great again, it's not just the states of America, it's Canada, it's Mexico, it's Venezuela, it's Argentina. It's all part of the collapse of the old system. So don't live in fear when you hear that America, the United States, excuse my terminology, the United States is getting more and more in bed with Israel because that is what will collapse them. What's happening right now is there for everyone to see. You've been handpicked for this journey. Enjoy the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. The reset is far more than what you think. Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. First up, new polling suggests Britain faces a serious crisis of public confidence in national defence. A YouGov survey found that just 6% of people would volunteer to fight if the UK faced an imminent invasion. The findings come amid escalating tensions with Iran. Iran's Revolutionary Guard warned that bases used to launch attacks, including RAF Fairford, could become legitimate targets. Britain says its armed forces remain ready, supported by layered air and missile defences across the Royal Navy, Army and RAF. The UK has temporarily withdrawn diplomatic staff from Iran, and the Foreign Office continues to advise against all travel to the country. Charlie, what's your thoughts? Should I go and hide underneath the bed?
Yeah, I mean, absolute poppycock when it comes about. We're not allowed to travel to Iran now. And we haven't been for some time. I've had to go under diplomatic immunity because you're not allowed to go in there on a British passport. This has been the case for certainly 7, 8, 10 years. So it's amazing how they throw out these lines that they've recommended not to go. They've recommended not to go because you can't actually go. But what the point that I would like to make that you made which was very, very important for the English people to know, is that the bases in the UK will be dismantled. The question is how? Will a bomb drop on them? Well, I can assure you of one thing. They will remove the personnel before they drop a bomb on them, because it's all part of the pantomime. You're watching a movie. But for anybody living nearby, RAF Fairford and the other military bases, Lakenheath, Wattisham, all of these other bases, anybody living nearby, prepare for your own personal firework display, because these bases will no longer be needed. And most of you had no idea. You live next door to a base that is used not for what you think it is. It's used for human trafficking. It's used for drugs. It's used for money laundering. They were created to prevent war. They've landed up being used to create war. And Donald Trump will dismantle them, like he is in the Middle East. All the bases are being dismantled. They're being dismantled all over the world, because the deep state and the cabal will lose their power when they lose their money, their fiat currency. That's already in play. That's happening. But it's also very important that the military hardware that's in place is also removed. It's no longer needed. And sadly, the world cannot be trusted, especially in the UK, because of the City of London, to dismantle these US bases. So the easiest way to get rid of them is blow them off the face of the planet. And there may be some debris that falls into the public domain, but these bases are big. I've been on a lot of them. I know them. So just be careful, beware, but don't be scared. It's part of the dismantling of the old system. It's part of draining the swamp. My next story is huge. Japan. Japan has just invoked emergency Article 589 to prevent from a market collapse. What does that mean? It means they're going to dump $2 trillion of US government bonds and 600 billion US stocks and ETFs. And it's going to hike the interest rate there to 1.75%. This is extremely bad for the old financial system of the United States of America. Extremely bad. And this has just happened. This is the start of the collapse of the old system, because the US cannot survive this. And we don't want the US to survive this. We want America, the new America, to be restored, to be brought back to the people. And that is happening in plain sight. True.
That's really interesting, Charlie, because XRP is supposed to go to 589. So let's see what happens. My next story, President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have no plans to block the extradition of Andrew and Tristan Tate to Britain. A senior administration official said the United States intends to honour its extradition treaty with the UK. The brothers were arrested in Miami after British authorities brought additional charges involving alleged rape, assault and human trafficking. Their lawyer maintains that the allegations are politically motivated. Both men deny wrongdoings and are expected to fight extradition through the US courts.
Well, I happen to know a bit more about this than a lot of people. And the whole case against them is completely political. It refers to something that was 17 years ago. 17 just by coincidence. And Donald Trump not intervening is allowing the United Kingdom, the City of London, the whole corrupt political arena to be exposed. If you don't see it, you won't believe it. And yes, Andrew and Tristan will have to go through difficult times, but I'll tell you one thing about Andrew and Tristan. They're strong young men. They'll survive this. They could do this stood on their head. But this is all part of the journey. And when God calls you to do something, they won't mind one little bit if it gets rid of the old corrupt deep state. Andrew and Tristan are very strong mentally and physically. They can handle this. But I know the boys will stay strong. These are examples of what real men are. My thoughts and prayers are with their family and with them just for their own protection, because make no bones about it, evil won't just want locked up. They'll want them dead. I'll leave you with that very sobering thought. That was the news on the 24th of July, 2026. We'll see you on Saturday for the Insiders Club, where we have the wonderful Anna Marins from Brazil. Don't miss it. We'll hear what's going on down there. Goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
These are the facts, not put out by mainstream media. If you want to know the truth, we put out the truth every single day, Monday to Friday. So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Global tensions are rising, markets are unstable, and currencies keep losing value. While governments print more money, smart investors are moving into physical gold and silver, assets that have protected wealth for centuries. That's why more people are turning to Charlie's Gold to secure their future before the next financial shakeup hits. Don't leave your wealth exposed. Own something real, own gold and silver. Visit charlies.gold today.